haven't done one of these in a while. Hi guys, welcome to today's video. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I say that in just about every video I make these days. It's been a while, just everything does seem to be a while since I've done a vlog. It's a while since I've done one of these videos. It's been a while since I've been out making photographs as well. That's the sad part of it all. It's been a busy year where I haven't really shot much. The life of a photographer. So today is going to be one of these deconstruct videos which I've done in the past, and I'm going to do one now for you. Going all the way back to June, because that's when I had the rough idea that I was actually going to do one of these after each vlog that I do, to then take you back to one image, walk you through how it was made, onto the next vlog, take an image from there, do it then. I think I've only shot 2 vlogs since June, so I am miles behind, and this autumn's been horrendous, so I am actually worried where the next video is coming from. The image we're looking at today is one from back in the summer when I went with Tom Heaton, when I took him over to Lindisfarne, an image of the castle, which is a bit of above and beyond my usual type of editing, so gonna look through that one because it has one thing in the middle of it which pushes the image in a completely different direction, so I think that might be helpful to you. So let's crack on. Right, starting out in Lightroom, we started off with 2 images, 2 frames, which we're aiming to blend together later on in Photoshop, and you can see from this on screen that very little has been changed. Brought the highlights down a smidge, shadows opened a little bit, black's knocked back a little bit, increases saturation, white balance is as shot, hue and saturation has been tweaked here, there and everywhere. I do use a preset to get me to this stage, so I don't have to tweak those and know where I'm going. No split toning or anything like that. Just a simple cleanup. And then these were thrown into Photoshop. So in Photoshop we have these two layers on this one. And what I actually did was blend them using the exclusion blend mode, which give us this lovely blue. It somehow mathematically does things. I'm not going to pretend that I know what's going on behind the scenes. I just look at the screen and see if it's got potential to work or not. And in this I saw some potential. So I just grouped those together using the Control Shift Alt and E command, just to give us a starting layer. So I took this into Color Effects Pro 4 and used the white neutralizer in that plugin to kill off all that blue that was in the image, which gives us this grayed out, which you can see from here. Flicking back and forward, the blue's all gone, replaced by kind of orangey stuff in the sky and in the corner here. And then from this layer we opened up Analog Effects Pro 2 and did some alterations. Now we're in Analog Effects Pro 2, you can see the alterations have been made. Up in the first section here, we've brought the brightness down slightly, dropped the contrast a hell of a lot, left the saturation as is. I haven't engaged the double exposure module, which is surprising for me because that's usually my bread and butter. Lens vignette here, we've dropped it by 14%, and you can see it's positioned down in the right hand corner here. That's just for balance reasons. Film type, obviously using this warming film, fairly weak strength at only 36%, and pretty much neutral between clear and faded. But the curves adjustment are the ones where this is all going going on. You can see I've got a simple S curve for normal RGB. Blue, I've dropped the top end, so obviously turning things a lot yellower. Negative of the invert of blue is yellow, of course, in the colour spectrum, but the big action here is in the red curve, which you can see would normally be down here, but I've pushed it right the way up here, and on this left hand side of the curve I've raised it up here. So basically that makes anything that's black or very, very dark, that now has this red cast. That's been filled in with red, or a version of red, as you can see from the curve here. So let's OK that and send us back into Photoshop. Once I add this base to work from, obviously it's a fairly nondescript, fairly boring image apart from the colour treatment. So I've got to spice things up a bit. So what I decided to do would be to throw it back in Analog Effects Pro 2. And in this time I didn't do any alterations on colour or contrast or anything like that. I only used the double exposure module to spin that exposure around to get this effect here, which you can see. To me, I mean, the name of the image is Snowstorm Approaching Lindisfarne from the north. So to me, these streaks, it looks like a snow front moving through. And what I've done here is actually mask out the areas I didn't need. You can see from the mask here, I've hidden all of what was on the right hand side there and softened this bottom section out. So these lines just fade away into nothing, and anything that was above the line, above this line here, is now just masked out. And that's basically the base image. From here on, it was only some adjustment layers. So here's one just to brighten it up, and I've masked out the bottom here, which you can see here. Just a gradient mask, just to retain a little bit of depth in the foreground. The next one I've done is a bit of selective brightening, just using a curve. I'll turn that on and off. You can see that it's brightening certain areas out, and there's the mask. So just made with a soft paintbrush where I need things to be. And then finally, because you can see this is still quite yellowy, I was wanting to get rid of that yellow, and a simple mask, just highlighting that area along the headland there, and just pulling the saturation down, cooling it off, lightening it a bit, and that all had the effect of reducing the yellow from that part, from the castle area of the image and along the headland, just to the point where it actually looks like, well, look, it looks white, looks more contrasty. And that was pretty much it. So there you go, there's a fairly extreme edit that I did a good few months ago now, which just catching up with. So hopefully you've seen some benefit of a couple of tricks that's possible out there, using invert or a different blend mode, something that really throws out the colour, the original colour scheme, and really gets it away from reality. Because remember, we don't need to adhere to all this reality bollocks. We can just make our own thing for ourselves. Doesn't matter what everybody else thinks. It's our own art, it's ours, and it's important to us, and it's in exploring our own vision. So if you want to have a go with it, using these small tricks as well, do tag me in on anything that you make. Always great to see everybody's examples of what they've been making. So that'll do for today. Thank you very much for watching. Until the next one, keep hard. See ya. sound very excited when I do these. I sound so bored, so uninterested. But I am interested, it's just... it's such a pain. No, that's scabby. It's all like dry. I'm falling apart. That's basically what's gone. So the video we're going to look at today is one from back in June. I already said that. So the video we're looking at today is one from when I back. Is one from a when it. Jesus. Can't do the speakings today. So the image we're looking at today is the what? Jesus. I can't not talk. And if I slow down too much, I sound like I'm an idiot. I am really, so there you go. So the image, I still can't speak.